This video chart presentation of Applied DNA Sciences. Applied trades on the Bulletin Board Exchange under the ticker APDN. CS chart had a very nice climb back in here in December, coming into January from around 3.5 cents all the way up to 9 cents. A definitive resistance level up on the top setup now. Since retraced, and it kind of looks like it's rounding itself out in a bit of a channel, but also has a rounded look to it. See the Bollinger Band started to snug up through here. Moving averages are all pulling together, and that's what caught my eye about this chart. So it's going to go on the watch. Let's see if it's going to break through resistance or not. See, we've got a very solid uptrend in the MACD, trending back towards zero. 12 just now pushing on top of zero, something we'll keep an eye on. See if the 26 will follow through. It's very bullish if that happens. Very similar to the PPO trending upward. Very neutral position right now of the ADX. See the negative DI actually just seems like it pushed ahead just a little bit right there, but again, all pretty much pinched together. Very neutral, down low beneath 20. ADX trying to uptrend a little bit, although the chart's been pretty much going sideways, so it's not really giving you any strength of any direction one way or the other. One thing I like about this, MFI is primarily holding over top of 50. That's bull chart territory. Be keeping an eye on this accumulation distribution. You can see it's got an uptrend going on to it, but it hasn't made a higher high, so I'll be looking for this to try and continue upward and take out this level. Nice look at the Chaikin money flow, showing that buying pressure has been coming into this. Holding in the green now, showing buying pressure is overcoming selling pressure. This right here is not a great thing, because by definition, the buy points break a 100, the sell points it breaks back down through 100. But I'm trying to look at the bigger picture of things with this chart. And obviously, it's got a strong uptrend to it. That's not really that important to me. But what I look for is to hold over top of zero and try and maintain strength, hold the upper half of that indicator. Full still, of course, came through, made a higher low. Has a bit of a channel look going on. Any sort of retrace, hold over top of 50, that's still bullish. These long-term indicators like the MACD and the TRIX, that's what caught my eye about this one, combined with those moving averages. Still trending back towards zero. TRIX breaking through zero is very bullish, and you can see right now it's fighting to get through it for the last month and a half or so. Bullish cross just happened not too long ago. I want to see if it's going to punch through that zero mark. See the RSIs have now pushed their way over top of 50, all three turning sideways with yesterday's doji. But holding over top of 50, again, is something that I look for in a chart trying to make a move. Now this does get very bottom support down here around a nickel, but it also picks up more support at 5.5 cents. That would be the area I'd want to see it hold. I wouldn't really want to see it dip back down to a nickel, because right now I'm looking for this to try and maintain the bullishness and try and maintain the upward channels of these indicators. You see a pretty decent climb over the last couple weeks. And as I mentioned, the price per share is now up here and trading over top of all these moving averages, which are tucked together. Moving averages tend to not want to trend together for very long. So it's along the lines of Bollinger Bands tightening up, things like that. When you see those moving averages all pinching together, you throw it on a watch list and see if it's going to try and make a move one way or the other. It doesn't tell you which way it's going to go. That's why you lean on the indicators, try and give you some sort of hints to direction. And right now, these indicators are trying to go into bull mode. So this moves APDN up on my watch list a little bit higher. Again, I look for that bottom support to hold. And I want to see this try and gather some real strength and hold over top of 6. You can see it pushed above it one day, quickly came right back down to that 6 mark. It's still a tough spot for it. So what I'm going to be looking for is that worst case scenario, is a little bit of sideways trend through here, trying to hold the 6. And then try and strengthen the move and put together a stronger upward push. A little bit of resistance is kind of intermittent through here, right there at 625, but I really don't see it picking up until it gets up here near the 7 cent mark. And if that does happen, what I see in that is a cup that's starting to round itself out a little bit more and make the higher highs. So there's a lot of things going on with the APDN chart that certainly garners some attention. Volume's not terrible, 273,000 shares traded. You see, that's right about average. Yesterday was perhaps slightly lower than normal. If this is going to put together a push, I'll have my eye on the volume bars to see if it's going to push itself up. What I'd like to see is a little bit stronger of a volume day, perhaps followed by a couple other days to show that this is really starting to gather some momentum to make a push and perhaps go up here and challenge the 7 cent mark. If by chance that does happen, going to meet more resistance around 7.5. But as I mentioned at the beginning of it, the big dog of it's going to be 9 cents. Obviously a huge move from where it is, 50%, from 6 cents to 9 cents. And as I always state, I never look for those things to happen today or tomorrow. I want to see this cup pattern roll itself out a little bit. That starts by holding some support levels, letting the indicators play themselves out a little bit more, and watching these volume bars, see if it's going to pick up, to see if the momentum will really start to gather some strength. So these are the things I'm going to be watching for in the future with the APDN chart. As always, merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.